Alright YouTube, back again with another video. As you can see, we're going to do another tool review. This is on the DCF503 Cordless Ratchet by DeWalt. And let me tell you guys why I think this is the best tool or ratchet out on the market at the moment. I'm going to give you guys a couple points. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section down below. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion. Before I jump into it, this was actually not the tool I was in a review. There was actually another DeWalt ratchet I was in a review, and that was the DCF503. Now, I had that tool for 3 days and I had to return it. Reason why is I think that tool for a ratchet was way too big. The sealed head design, everything was cool. Interchangeable anvil was great. It came with a power stack, 5 amp for free, 20 volt, and that battery itself was like $200. But for me, the tool was way too big. It was cumbersome. It was slightly balanced when you hold it in the middle, but way too big, a little too heavy, in my personal opinion. So got rid of that, did more research, and I got this one. So this is a DCF503 cordless ratchet. It is a 12 volt, 250 RPMs at 60 foot-pounds of torque. Now, the Torque Test channel did a review on this particular ratchet, and it was doing 72 foot-pounds, so it's hitting above its weight on the torque section of it, which is great. You obviously don't want a tool that's below, so them, setting at 60 foot-pounds but it's doing 72 foot-pounds. I think it's hitting above the bar. Amazing. Now, I got this tool, right, this bare tool, for $159.99 at Lowe's. Now, I don't know how long that sale will last, but it's a good deal. It retails for like $179, so there's some price drop there. Nothing crazy, but good enough. They're also having a promotion where the battery comes for free. Now, it's a free 12 volt 5 amp. Now, as you can see, it sits somewhat awkward with this 12 volt 5 amp. You can use a 3 or a 2 amp, and you can get the slimmer and lighter. But for me, I don't mind the 12 volt 5 amp because, again, Torque Test channel, one of the more popular tool reviewers out there, had a 5 amp, and with the 5 amp, it did 72 foot-pounds. So I don't mind putting the 5 amp there to get a little bit more kick from the tool. Now, it's a good deal going on at Lowe's, so the price is great. If you don't have a charger, I already do, because obviously I own a couple of DeWalt tools. For $26.99 on Amazon, you could literally get one. So it's a good deal for around $210 altogether. It was $175 out the door with the free battery. Then buy that charger for around $210. You're getting a great tool from a reputable company, a top 2 tool making company out there, Milwaukee and DeWalt. I'll say they're top 2. They're interchangeable depending on who you ask, obviously. You're getting a very good deal. 3-year warranty, good customer service on them. So very, very good at that point. Pricing and, reputableness and everything else. Now, let's get to the actual tool here. So this tool right here is a 3/8 variance of the tool, which for me is a perfect size on a ratchet. Again, 250 RPMs, brushless motor. That's part of their Extreme Subcompact series. So this tool itself is it's not too big, it's not too small. I think it's a perfect size for a ratchet. I actually have an old Earthquake ratchet that I've been using for a while, and I want to upgrade. And I got this because this thing has a couple things that it has that didn't. And I'm going to show you guys right now. Again, brushless motor, 3/8 head. It's not too slim of a profile, but slim enough. Obviously, very easy forward and reverse. Very easily changed. I know sometimes on the Milwaukees they have a very small flip of the switch here, so it's harder to grab. This one, very easily grabbable. It has a trigger lock which prevents you from accidentally pressing this button. On that old Earthquake I got, when I will put it in my trunk when I would go drive somewhere, one time I think it fell down and it depressed the trigger, and that thing was going crazy in my trunk. I could hear it. So I think that's a pretty nifty little trigger lock to have, or a pretty good feature to have, so I like that. It has an LED light right here, as you can see. It's decently bright. It's nothing crazy, but it does somewhat help with the whatever you're gonna look at or whatever you're working on. So pretty nice light. Other than that, it has a variable speed RPM, so when you're depressing it, you can go as fast or as slow as you want, forward or reverse, which is also another nifty thing that it has that my old Ratchet did not have. So with that being said, that is basically most of the features this thing has. So it's good torque. Again, it's hitting above its weight at 72 foot-pounds. It's rated at 60, so good torque for a Ratchet. Good size. It's not overly big, but it's not too small. It's comparable to most Ratchet sizes out there. LED light, trigger lock, variable speed on the trigger. Trigger itself feels pretty nice as well. Yeah, overall, brushless motor, good warranty, good price. I mean, everything all together, I think it makes it a very good Ratchet. So those are the couple points that I think that makes this thing the best Ratchet out there. With that being said, let me go ahead and show you guys this thing in action. It's nothing crazy, you know. At the end of the day, this is not an impact. This is a nut runner. That's what, you know, Ratchets do. So let me go ahead and show you guys some action here. Usually when a nut's too hard, you know, to break, you usually use the wrench itself to just kind of break it loose, and then you go ahead and go to town on it. Alright, as you can see, we have a bolt here. We'll go ahead and snug it just enough. That's good enough snugging. So the bolt's pretty snug on there. What I do, we're gonna go ahead, grab a ratchet. Here it is. Look at that, pretty easily, didn't even bother it. Boom. No problem. Alright, there you go. I know that was not a gauntlet of bolts to go through, but at the end of the day, like I said, you understand that this is just a nut runner, and this is no impact, you know. That's all they do. They just run the nuts off and on, giving it a little bit more ease to the person instead of, you know, turning your wrist, just holding up a trigger. Again, perfect blend of speed and power. Great size. Not too big, not too small of a Ratchet. Strong enough, fast enough to do most jobs. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, RPMs do matter on Ratchets. That's why the Milwaukee high speed with the 400 RPM is so popular. But I think this right here has good enough speed. It's comparable to the size of all the Ratchets out there. Good price. Overall, very, very good Ratchet, and that's why I think this is the best Ratchet out there in the marketplace right now. So here you go, get yourself one on sale. Good price, good tool, another good one by DeWalt.